It'll take over a lake. It's running many of them around here.
Salvinia is the biggest problem in Texas and Louisiana, and so it's especially important for researchers in our two states to try to find solutions to the Salvinia.
The LSUS Biology Department is working tirelessly to find a natural alternative to control the growth of the world's biggest aquatic pest. Dr. Amy Erickson is over the project and believes in the urgency of finding a solution because of Salvinia's detrimental effects to ecosystems.
And because it grows on the surface of the water, it blocks out a lot of light. And there are a lot of underwater macrophytes or plants and algae that need that light. And so consequently, the Salvinia ends up killing off a lot of that underwater plant life. When it kills it off, unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of bacterial decomposition. And in that process, the oxygen, the dissolved oxygen in the lake is actually used up. Meaning that not only are we killing off plant life, but we're also killing off other organisms as well, such as fish as well as invertebrates.
Jessica Mast, a graduate student contributing to the project, says the biggest problem is the way it's spread.
It breaks apart very easily. So even a little tiny fragment of it that gets caught in a boat or a bird's foot can spread it to another pond.
One effective but dangerous solution is the use of chemical herbicides, which can contain copper compounds.
Several of the herbicides that are commonly used to kill Salvinia will also kill all your invertebrates.
Another attempted solution was Salvinia weevils. The only problem is that they have a hard time breeding in temperatures below 50 degrees. The goal is to find an aquatic plant capable of controlling the rapid growth without harming the ecosystem.
I go out and I look for plants that are growing with Salvinia, that the idea being that if they're growing with Salvinia, they might have developed some sort of chemical defense that might be able to affect Salvinia.
After cleaning, grinding, separating, soaking, and filtering the plants, a solution is made.
We basically take a piece of Salvinia and we put it in this solution, and we watch and see if the growth rate or the health has changed from our control. And then we'll take those extracts that do have a difference and we will run them through the HPLC to identify what active chemicals are in the extract.
Finding a natural solution in common plants such as pennywort and water lilies can radically change aquatic life in Louisiana and Texas. Although this is a long process, the department hopes the time and energy will pay off after finding a safe alternative. In their free time, students are making progress towards innovation. They're part of an independent study in computer science. The goal is to become an expert in the programs coming with the new cyber collaboratory. Alexander Floyd, computer science major, says that it's a bigger reach to more than just LSUS students.
We've been working with smaller robots right now, trying to prepare for a summer camp next summer. We're going to have a bunch of middle schoolers and high schoolers come in, and we're going to teach them about some basic programming.
Every student has a robot they're responsible for programming to do different tasks.
Somebody has one that can stand up on its own on two wheels, and mine can solve mazes, and a few people can have their robots deliver small objects to an object that's a certain color.
Construction on the collaboratory is expected to be finished next year sometime, but that didn't stop these motivated students from getting the ball rolling.
A history student came to the computer science department and asked if we could help him build an app. So one of our collaboratory students is working with him right now.
The collaboratory will be open to all students.
Any student can work with us, or they can even come work in the collaboratory to bring their ideas to life.
Alexander says he's looking forward to the big change.
I'm just really excited about the collaboratory because I feel like it can really lead to some great things for our students here.
The tennis courts are getting a well-deserved makeover. Joe LaCour, Director of Facility Services, says the goal is to bring our team back home.
They weren't as well a grade as places elsewhere, so I'm just trying to bring them up so that we can have no reason not to use the courts here. So I'm trying to accomplish a comprehensive refurbishment of the tennis courts to bring the team back here and then enhance student use.
LaCour says the money is coming out of our operating budget. The tennis courts are going to cost around $60,000. And he says that the project consists of more than just resurfacing.
We plan on getting to the point of having water fountains in place, the tennis courts being resurfaced, screens put up and new nets,